Hey guys, and coming up with the next topic today again, why can't I express what I feel? This is such a big problem we see with so many people around us. Like maybe even I had that once upon a time, but I have really worked myself out on this. And let me tell you that it is such a relief after that I have started working on it, and after that I've seen the results. It's such a relief for myself, so it's not for somebody else, but I think I am very comfortable in my skin after I have realized that how important it is to express what you're really feeling about something or about somebody or about about whatever, if it's affecting your relationship in one day. So coming to the 10 things that why people essentially do not, why people hesitate, or what is it that really stops people from expressing what they feel. So first and foremost is the conflict phobia. So most of us, we really feel that, okay, I can't talk about certain things because he or she is so close to me. This I generally also see in families, that after a certain age, children cannot say certain things to parents, parents cannot say certain things to children, especially if your son or daughter are married. Then it becomes very difficult for you to express certain things to them. Now they are supposed to be your closest, right, your blood and flesh, and even to them, if you are going to think so much before opening up, before expressing what you feel actually, it's never going to solve the problem. And see, these are the relationships which you can't even cut. I mean, you can't even like say that, okay, I don't want to keep any relationship with you, or I just don't want to be in touch with you. It's not possible. You can just stop talking for a while, but later on you have to get in touch with them because they are your family. That's a family. So why people don't talk on difficult issues? I think as family and friends, you also have to address difficult issues at times. And it is mostly, it's called the ostrich phenomenon. Basically, you prefer digging your head deep into the sand rather than facing up and putting your head up and facing the problem. So you rather don't, like, just avoid it, you avoid it. So that's not the way it works. Basically, you tend to feel that, okay, if I say this, he or she might not think great about me. So that's one thing which prevents you think we are in great rapport right now, and I'm making my people happy, so I don't want to talk about difficult situations, but you have to, right? Second important thing is the emotional perfectionism. And trust me, most of us are facing this issue, that you all want to be reaching that height of emotional perfectionism. I am so controlled. I'm so much in control of my emotions, is the feeling. Everybody wants to give each other. I don't know why. It's so difficult for someone to say that I'm jealous. It's so difficult for someone to say that I'm angry. It's so difficult to say for someone to say that, okay, I was really sad. It could be the most silliest thing. Maybe not accepted. Maybe generally people don't get sad or jealous or angry at things, or probably on what you are, but that's okay. That is so much okay. You have to accept it, that you had these emotions, so these are some negative emotions people feel that, okay, we never have. And even if they have, they don't express it, giving an image to other people that we are so much in control of our emotions, we are emotionally very strong. So this is actually not the correct approach. When you make effort to show the world that you have that emotional perfectionism in you. Third, fear of disapproval, which is again very common thing. Basically, we all, whether we accept it or no, we are all looking at conformity, because whether to be a part of the group, or whether to be a part of a community, or whether to be a part of the general mindset, we all want to say yes to a lot of things we don't agree, say to yes to a lot of things we don't feel right at that point of time. But that's not really the way it functions. See, people who care for you, people who respect you, they are not going to reject you, they are not going to disapprove of you, even if their and your thoughts don't match. This is very important feeling one should have. So you need to in fact say certain things to even test your relationships, that whether on expressing your disapproval, people are going to still accept you in the group or the part of the community or no. I have started doing that. I have started telling people what I feel. And it's such an interesting thing that it happens, when people stop talking to you, or when they stop discussing things with you, you realize, okay, they don't want you to be a part of that group, because you don't essentially agree to their thought process, the philosophy of the group or whatever. But if they really respect you as an individual, this thing is not going to affect your relationship. So you need to really test these things, and not fear that disapproval at any point. Fourth, passive aggressive behavior. So this, you'll see most of the people who don't look aggressive on the face of it. Like on the face of it, you will find these people so calm, composed. You will see okay, इनको तो गुस्सा ही नहीं आता. They never get angry. How composed are you, man? I mean, wow. How do you control your anger? Do you never get angry? Well, excuse me. These are the people who have loads and loads and loads of anger buried right within them, and they actually reflect passive aggressive behavior. And the best thing to know about these people is that they give silent treatments. The most hurtful and the harmful treatment, I think it is even worse than physically harming anybody, is to give silent treatment. The kind of torture they can do to other people by just not responding, by being going silent, and this exactly shows the kind of anger that was built within them. And this is essentially one of the things, because you have not expressed your emotions all the time, you have got into a personality like that, which is the most harmful personality. And unfortunately, these people have loads and loads of issues with their relationships, especially the close relationships. Hopelessness. These, again, why people don't express at times, because they have formed judgments. They have formed certain certain concepts. They have just completely blocked themselves with a feeling that okay, certain relationship or my certain bonds with certain people are beyond improvement. Nothing can be done, so this person or this relationship cannot work, cannot function. So they don't even give it a chance to talk about it. They don't even want to resolve the issue, and they actually avoid confronting, they avoid talking about it, because they have somewhere made up their mind, they have somewhere put it in their head, and this is not going to work. And then they see that okay, see, my prediction was always worked fine, because they never did anything to work on that relationship, and because they never expressed what they felt. So how can the other person even think of making changes in their behavior if somebody who's not expressed what they really feel? Spontaneity. So these are the people who, even if sometimes they say or they want to say, because they are not used to, because they don't do it, they say it in a very harsh tone. They say it in a tone which is actually uh, not indicating that you are here to solve a problem. It comes out more as a blame, it comes out more as an allegation, and it comes out in an extremely rude way, wherein you make the other person feel extremely low, and you just put down, you just crush that person somewhere, and crush that person's self-esteem totally. So you end up saying in that tone. You are basically not saying as a discussion, you're not saying to work on the relationship, you're just saying what you felt at that point of time, because you have felt so bad. The whole point is to make the other person feel very bad. It's again not working towards the relationship. So this is how you really fail in expressing well, when you are not used to expressing on the regular basis in the right manner. Mind reading. These people feel, why can't the other person understand that I don't like this? So they expect the other person to actually understand them, to know what they want and they don't want, merely by reading their minds. So they will not express, they don't want to express it. Okay, look boss, I don't like this, I don't like that, or maybe I don't appreciate this, I feel bad. See, when a person is close to you, in close relationship, if you feel bad, if you feel hurt, the one who loves you is definitely going to take care, is definitely going to be a little more alert in not making you feel that way. But they prefer not saying it. And then when they get hurt, they totally blame the other person, thinking that how come he or she cannot understand that I felt bad or I would feel bad. So this is so insensitive, and this definitely doesn't define our closeness, when you don't understand, when you can't read me well. So you need to express. So not everybody is probably as smart as you, so you need to express that, boss, I don't like these things, or rather this is not what appeals to me. Martyrdom. These are people who also feel, let me sacrifice, let me just keep on taking the bad emotions of the other people, let me just keep on taking the bad actions of other people, but I will not say how bad I felt. So they will rather take the torture. See, if you have not expressed how you're feeling, the opposite person or people who are close to you, they are going to continue behaving the way they are behaving, and they are not going to bring about any changes in their behavior. And when you silently keep taking that behavior, tolerating that behavior, you kind of start feeling that, "Okay, I'm sacrificing, I'm just taking it all, I'm gulping it all because I want to take care of the relationship." So you kind of think so high of yourself that, okay, I'm trying to balance the relationship by not speaking a word, I'm trying to just take care of the relationship by not telling her or him that I'm feeling so bad that you behave this way. But in, excuse me, that's not going out of you, it is staying inside you. So you are actually staying in resentment. Then this is forming resentments. So it's not that you are doing really a great deal by not expressing it at that point of time, and you're not really working on the relationship. You're actually harming it. In fact, you're working towards a greater harm for the future. And last but not the least, they don't have the need, they don't feel there is a need to solve the problems. So basically, it is like we rather ruin the relationship, but we don't want to solve the problems. It is like that severe. The feeling or the habit of not expressing oneself, or not expressing exactly how you feel about somebody's behavior, somebody's attitude, or what you felt during different stages of your life, different during experiences of your life. If you're not going to be saying that, if you're not going to bring that vulnerable side of yours out, you are always going to feel that, okay, um, you're never going to feel the need to solve the problem. So you basically have got so much used to, and so much comfortable with that, that you actually can go without the relationship, but you will not confront, you will not speak up. And the whole point of solving an issue, that attitude of solution oriented attitude being present, is not there. And this can hamper good, nice relationships in pathetic ways. So guys, I think I've tried covering, the kind of feelings usually people have when they don't want to express themselves. But this needs to be really worked upon, this needs to be really looked into and considered. It's not a personality that people are born with, it's a personality people form, with experiences. And we can work on it. So I was now somebody who was really very bad at expressing my emotions, especially the nicer ones, of telling someone that I missed you, or telling someone that I love you, or saying that, I was so glad talking to you, it was so great connecting with you back, whatever. So these are things, I mean, they feel that, okay, why give somebody that feeling that, I had a soft spot for you. That's not something, I mean, people generally don't want to let that side of theirs exposed to other people. They want to just somewhere protect it, keep it closed, and they feel we are safe, so nobody will emotionally harm us if we do that. I also used to think this a lot, but in fact I was harming myself more emotionally when I was not letting myself out. After being vulnerable, after showing my vulnerability, I have gained a very different strength in knowing that, okay, I have told somebody what I felt. That was and that's my strength, because I got this courage. And so I'm so confident about what I'm feeling, I'm so clear about what I'm feeling, and I'm able to express it. And how that other person is perceiving, it's up to that person. So I don't really bother much about that. Of course, I try putting it up and framing it up well, but after that, I don't bother about it, because I am relieved. There's something within me which is relieved to a great extent. And trust me, that helps me feel different emotions so well, that helps me express my emotions and experience other emotions very deeply, which has its own impact. I think I can enjoy moments of life, I can actually understand what I'm feeling every moment. And this is very important as an individual to, for self-analyzing, for self-acceptance, for introspection. So I hope you can start doing all that. I mean, you can absolutely take help if you feel you want to get out of these habits, because these are not right habits for your individual growth as well as your relationships. Take care, guys, and see you soon.